Just before I start my midweek reflection for today, can I remind you that our second part of our mini concert, which I had to delay putting up, will be available both here on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on our telephone lines as of Friday. This coming Friday and Saturday, you will be able to hear, and especially on the telephone, you'll hear the concert, and on Facebook and YouTube, you will see and hear the concert. And thank you to those who participated, and we hope that you enjoy it. Hello, everyone. Well, it's Wednesday, the 14th of April. I keep saying it, but where is the time going? It's absolutely flying in. So today I thought, well, sometimes I think, what am I going to mention in my midweek reflection? Because it's usually just something that's been happening or something that means something to me that I talk about on the Wednesday midweek reflection. So for today, I thought, well, many of you know that long ago my job was in sales. And one of the key features in training when you're a salesperson is that you have to point out the feature of something and then the benefit of it. And that's the basic 101 of any sales ploy. So you point out the feature and then you mention what the benefits of that are. And, you know, it's so easy to do. You know, for example, just sitting here without even thinking about it, a bit of paper that I've got in my hand here, you know. Well, you know, I think, you know, I've got a piece of paper. That's the feature, okay? So I feel personally that it's a good quality of paper. You know, you can feel it. It's not paper thin. It's not very, very thin, but it's not a thick, heavy paper, which can sometimes be just a wee bit too cumbersome. I also believe that this bit of paper is the right size for me because it's an A5 size, and I like the A5 size because it's easy to hold, easy to move about, and it's not cumbersome and big, and it saves on wastage as well. So these are all benefits of this bit of paper. I could then go on to point out what the font's like, and then I could tell you what the benefits of that are. So basically, you point out the feature and then you explain the benefits of that feature. And that, as I said, is the 101 for sales. So what do we like and why do we like it? That's my theme for today. Well, the reason I mentioned that is because of this, you know, the feature and then the benefit of it. So it just brought to mind last week when I was with my grandson, and he absolutely adores a McDonald's Happy Meal. Now, he likes other food as well, but I don't know what it is. You can put down his spaghetti bolognese, which he loves, or his garlic bread, and he likes wee mini sausages and things like that, but gee whiz, put that McDonald's Happy Meal down to him and he's absolutely delighted. So I really don't know what is, you know, the feature of that. Is it because it comes in a box? But he really likes the food. So what is it that's in McDonald's chips and chicken nuggets that he really, really likes as opposed to anything else? Because he gets so excited. Personally, for my own, what do I like and why do I like it? Feature, then benefit. I like musical theatre, and I know many of you also like musical theatre. I, of course, have my all-time favourite, which is Les Mis, by far my all-time favourite. It's probably because of the music, the storyline, the staging, the acting. All of that comes into why I like Les Miserables. The same could be said, you know, lots of people don't like ballet and they don't like opera, but again, I like these, again, because there's so many benefits to me, especially in ballet and opera. I can relax so much while I watch these on stage. So these are some of the things that I like to do and why I like them. I love going out for a meal. I just love it. I would go out for lunch and dinner, or lunch or another day dinner, 7 days a week. I just love going out for a food. You just sit down, everything's prepared for you. I've got no hassle. I don't have to think what I'm going to cook. So these are all the benefits of going out for a meal. I'm not mentioning the cost. We just won't go down that route today. I also like travelling. Again, I know many of you like travelling also. And for me, the benefit of travelling is that you experience so many other cultures from different lands. Even in Scotland, if you travel from different parts of Scotland, there's lots of different things that you can experience there. You see wonderful sights, you hear different stories from different areas. So, and you also can try different foods because, we have the Forfar bridie, they both have smokies. So each area has their own delicacy that they like to serve as well. So that's some of the benefits of travelling. I like to read, and I read lots of different things. I read for work, so I read theological books, commentaries on Bible passages and real life stories and events. So that's all to do with work. I also love reading as a hobby because, it takes you out of this realm, some of the stories, into another world, and you can it's amazing how much you can be educated by reading, even the fictional material, but also real life stories. For example, just now I'm reading Michelle Obama's book, which is entitled Becoming, and I've read so much over the years, especially in our book club that we have in the church. And it's amazing the information and knowledge that you can pick up, especially with the true stories and the real life events. During lockdown, I took up hula hooping, which I like. It's good for me, good exercise, and it gets the heart rate going, burns off some calories. So there's always, benefits of exercising. I also took up jigsaws during lockdown, and yeah, I've so enjoyed that because it's so relaxing. It can be a bit frustrating at times, but the benefit of doing the jigsaws is, I would sit down and 2 hours later, you would think, gee whiz, where's the time gone? So I find doing the jigsaws relaxing and time away from work. So I do enjoy that. So each of you have your own likes as to why you like doing what you're doing. For example, my sister, she absolutely loves going through charity shops. She just gets so much joy from it. She looks at everything, and she's always getting into the wee nooks and crannies and seeing what she can see and what she fancies. But so she really, really likes that, and she likes when she can find a bargain. So that's the benefit of her going and doing that. My other friend loves going to live concerts. I've got another friend who loves going to the pub. That's something they like to do, and they get a lot of benefit from doing these things. So each and every one of you will have your own likes. So have a think about what your likes are, okay? And just have a think, why do you like it? I need you to think about that. So if somebody, if you were to say to somebody, I love going walking. Well, why do you love going walking? And give me the benefit of what it is. So walking's the feature, and we need to know what the benefit of the walking is to you. Because you want to sell your idea of where you go and what you do to other people so that they can maybe experience the same joy that you get. So that's where we're going with this. So what do we like about church life? And why do we like it? That's a big, big question, because many, many people don't come to church. Many, many people see church as old-fashioned, antiquated, it's got nothing for them. Whereas when you think about it, especially in East and Old, every week we relate something that from the Bible story as to what is happening in our lives at this time. I think, to me, people of faith, people who, coming to church is about worshipping as a community. And I know people will say you don't need to come to a church building to worship. But we need to worship as a community. Unless you're housebound, then you should always make the effort to get to the worship in the church building. So what's the benefit of that? Well, I could go on for the next 10 minutes easily about what the benefits to me are, not as your minister, but as a person of faith. And that's what I want you to have a think about. Why do you go to church? And what is it about church that you like? So the feature is coming to public worship in the church building and maybe entering into the various activities that are offered within the church. What are the benefits of those? That's what I need you to think about today. What are the benefits of those? For me, well, it's the fact that I'm always constantly in God's presence, and I don't feel any closer to God in the church building. That's certainly not one of the benefits for me, because I feel God by my side all the time. But it's the benefit for me is to be able to, as a minister, to preach the word of God, how I see it, and I'm open to be challenged on any of that. But it's just being with other people of faith, doing the work that Christ has given us to do on this earth, to follow in his footsteps. And to be able to do that brings me so much joy and so much happiness. So being with other people, helping other people, and doing good work are all things that make me feel happy. And that's a brilliant benefit to me, absolutely. And most people who attend, or people of faith and who attend church, they don't really suffer from depression. The majority, that was a fact that came out not that long ago, that people of faith tend to be, I'm not saying you don't have depression, but they are less depressed than people who have no faith. So bear that one in mind. And the reason I'm asking you to think about why you come to church and what it is you like about coming to church is that I would like you to sell that. I want you to become a salesperson. So the feature is coming to church or being involved in church life. And the benefits of that, I need you to sell those benefits like a salesperson does to your family and friends. Because unless we tell people about what we experience in church and how we are feeling, how do people know what's going on inside our church building when they won't come over the doorstep of it? So become a salesperson, not just for coming to church, but become a salesperson for Christ. Because that's what we're told. We are supposed to spread the good news. So what is the good news that we want to spread? Well, in East and Old, there is lots of things. We do so much, and we're always trying to help within the community. And also we are basically worldwide with the contacts that we have now as well. So we need to sell Jesus Christ. We need to use our selling techniques and promote the why we do it and then the benefits to us about it. So if you're watching this, I'm inviting you to come to East and Old Church. Come and see us on a Sunday morning. We have services at 9 and 11, and we're allowed 50 people at each of these services. And if we get oversubscribed, then our elders decide between them who's going to leave to let other people into the building. So you won't be turned away. Look at our webpage. Keep looking through our Facebook page. But we would love to see you in person, because being a person of faith is also about worshipping together as a community and also working within the community. So my final words are, come and join us. God bless everyone.